Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we will be going to learn about the accuracy, precision and the errors in the measurement. So let's see what is meant by accuracy. In order to know about accuracy, you must know a word called as what? You have to know a word called as true value. Now what is meant by true value? We can say that true value is nothing but the exact value of a measurement from an instrument. Think that you have bought an instrument. If that instrument is showing the exact particular or precise value, we can say that it's a true value. Now accuracy means what thing that this is the object and that this is the object, and beside will be keeping one meter scale, and by using the meter scale we will be finding the length of the object. Okay. So whatever you are measuring it, that is called as the measured value. Measured value. Okay. If the measured value, what you do, you will be comparing this measured value with the true value. If the measured value is very close, if the measured value is very close to what? Very close to true value. Okay. If the measured value is very close to true value, then it is called as the accuracy of the measurement. Understood what is under accuracy? Accuracy is nothing but whatever the measured value is there, whatever the measurement you are doing it, if the measured value is very close to the true value, then you can say that it has an accurate measurement. Understood? Accuracy. Next one is our precision. Now, what is meant by precision? Now, precision is nothing but its limitation. Limitation, or we can say the resolution. Okay, limitation or resolution of the instrument. If you observe the meter scale, or if you take the vernier calipers, what is the least count of vernier calipers? Least count of vernier calipers is 0.01 cm. Okay, 0.01 means it tells about the limit of that vernier calipers. Beyond that value, if you think that you have got a object and its value is 0.0158, 0.0158. So if you observe that up to here only its limit, after that it cannot say it. So that is called as a precision is nothing but the maximum limit of that instrument. What is the maximum measurement that an instrument can obtain, can make from the object, is called as what? Precision. Precision is nothing but limitation or the resolution. Limitation or the resolution of the object. Sorry, resolution of an instrument to measure a particular, to measure the measurement of an object. Okay, so precision is nothing but limitation or the resolution. Accuracy and precision. Next one is what? Our error. Now, what is meant by error here? Error is nothing but uncertainty. Okay, error is nothing but what? Error is nothing but the uncertainty. Means what? Every instrument has certain uncertainty in the measurement. Means what? Some sort of a difference in the true value. From the true value you can find in the instrument. That uncertainty in the measurement of an instrument is called as our error. Okay. So here all the errors has been categorized into two types. What are the two types of errors? First one is our systematic error. Second one is our random error. What are the types of errors? Just now I said first one is our systematic error. Systematic error. Second one is our random error. Okay. Now, what is meant by systematic error? If the error is observed only in one direction, okay. If the error is observed in one direction, either it may be a positive value, okay, or it may be a negative value. If that error is observed only in one particular direction, then we can say such error as what? Systematic error. Think that nowadays in the shops, what we can observe a digital waiter. Think that you want to buy 1 kg of an object. If the digital meter is showing 1.04 kg instead of 1 kg, so you have observed the actual 1.04. Now think that you have placed a 3 kg of the object. Before that also it is showing 3.04 kg. Means what? It is showing one positive value continuously. In one direction, it is showing the error. Okay, such type of error is called as what? Systematic error. Okay, in particular direction, error is observed. Next one is what our random error. Random error means what? Irregularity. Irregularity in the measurement, in the error. Means what? There are fluctuations. Fluctuations, you cannot predict it. In what is that error? It may be a positive error or it may be a negative. If it is one time it is getting a negative error, the next time you will be observing a positive error. Means what, you cannot predict what type of error is observed by the instrument. Understood? So fluctuation, so in random error is something like what? There is no particular direction for the error, it may be any direction. So irregularity in the errors is called as our random error. So again the systematic error is further divided. Let's see the types of systematic errors. Types of systematic errors. What are the types of systematic errors? First one is instrumental error. What is that? Instrumental error. Instrumental error is, we can say that a manufacturing defect. By itself, when the instrument is made, there is a defect in that. Just now I said, think that the thermometer temperature for a body, it has shown 30.4 degrees Celsius. If the same thermometer used for any other object for measuring temperature, it shows 47.4 degrees Celsius. Means what? System manufactured by itself, the instrument is showing some error. That is called as our instrumental error. Okay, it's a manufacturing defect. Okay, manufacturing defect. By itself, the instrument has got some sort of error. That error are called as what? Instrumental error. Okay. Second type of error in systematic error is the what? Imperfection in experimental technique or procedure. Okay, imperfection in experimental technique and procedure means, think that you have got a thermometer. You want to measure temperature of your body. When you are keeping that thermometer under your armpit, if it is not placed correctly, it will not show the correct measurement. That is called as imperfect. Perfectly you are not keeping the thermometer. Where you have to keep the thermometer, the bulb of the thermometer should be touching the object, the armpit. So here, this imperfection is related to what? It may lead to the maybe the atmospheric temperature. It may affect by the atmospheric temperature. Third one is our what? Third one is our personal error. Personal error. So what is this personal error? Personal error is also called as parallax error. What is this parallax error? Think that you have got one object, a dust is there. Now you want to find the temperature. You want to find the length of the object. Okay. What you will, you place one meter scale here, and you will be comparing the length of the object with the meter scale. So now how you will be measuring the length? You should see it very straightly. Then you have to measure the length. Okay. Then you will get the exact value, true value. Instead of that, if you are keeping your head right side, or if you are keeping your head left side, and if you are measuring it, you will not get the exact value. You will get with some error. That error is called as what? That error is called as our personal error, which is called as our parallax error. Understood what is the parallax error? So we came to know all the three types of error. First one is what? Our instrumental error. Second one is imperfection due to experimental technique and procedure. Third one is our personal error. What is the second type of error? That is our random error. So as the name itself, random is what? Irregularity. Irregularity, or we can say fluctuation. You will not get the error in a particular direction, different direction you get. Means what? Think that you want to find the voltage of a particular component. When you are keeping the voltmeter, at that time think that there is a voltage fluctuation in the house. So what we can observe here, that value you will get a lower value, or you'll get with a higher value. So there is no particular direction, there is a fluctuation, you cannot predict it. That is called as our random errors. Okay, so one more type of error is there, that's what I am saying, that is our least count error. Now what is that least count error? Least count error. Now least count error. So what is this least count? Least count is nothing but it's the limit. Just now I said limit or the resolution. Okay, it's the limit or the resolution of an instrument. Resolution or limit of the measurement that can be done from the instrument. As I said, if you take vernier calipers, what is that? Its value is 0.01 centimeter. So here 0.01 is the limit of that instrument. Beyond that, the vernier calipers cannot measure the value. So that is called as what? Least count. Least count is nothing but what? It's the limitation or the resolution of an instrument. Beyond that, we cannot measure the measurement with that instrument. So beyond that, if any value is there, that is called as the error, which is called as least count error. Least count error. Understood? So we came to know about our types of errors: systematic error, random error, and next one is our least count error. Okay. So what are the ways? How we can reduce this least count error? If we use more high precision instrument or more resolution instrument, then you can decrease the error, least count error. Okay, in what way you can reduce or minimize the errors? So minimizing or reduction of errors. Minimizing or reducing of errors in instrument. First thing what you will do in order to reduce the error, we will take several measurement. Think that you want to find the length of the object. Several times you will take the readings. Okay. First time you will take the reading, you will get one value. Second time you will take the reading, you will get the value. Third, fourth, five. So several times you will take the same reading. Okay. After that, what you will do? You will do an arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean, nothing but what? You will take the average of all the values, measurements. So think that A1, A2, A3, A4 goes on AN are the different several readings you have taken from the instrument for that particular object. After that, what you will do? You will take the mean. Mean is nothing but what? Average. So what you will do? A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus so on AN by N. So when you take the mean, so now what is this error? First one is our absolute error. Absolute error. In this absolute error, just now I said you will take the mean. After that, you will take what? You will take the error of the mean. A1. Delta A1 is what you will do. So what you will do here? A1 minus A mean. Okay. Delta A2. Nothing but what? A2 minus A mean. So with this we can define what is meant by absolute error. Absolute error is nothing but the difference in the magnitude. These are all values, right? Difference in the magnitude of individual measurement to the mean value. Okay, difference in the magnitude of individual measurement to the mean value is called as absolute error. Understood what is meant by absolute error? So absolute error is nothing but difference in the magnitude of individual value to the mean value is called as our absolute error. Okay. So if it goes on like this, what we can write? Delta AN is nothing but AN minus A mean. AN minus A mean. So here whatever the error you will be getting when you are subtracting it, differentiating it, when you are doing the difference, you may get a positive value. Yes, you may get a positive value, you may get a negative value. But when you are taking the error, you will take the mode of the error. Mode means what? Mode of a error. Okay, when you take the mode, so what we can say that the error value will be always what? Positive. So mode will change what? Mode will change all the negative values of positive value to positive value. So here the error of the mean value will be what? Error of the mean value will be always a positive value. So here this error value will be what we can say, the error value will be between an minus a mean less than an less than an plus a mean. Means what? Between the negative value and the positive value you will get the true value, accuracy of the error. Okay, understood? So here, so in the absolute error, what you will do, just think how you will be reducing the error. First you will take different several measurement. After that you will take the mean value. After that you will find the error in the mean. So delta A is nothing but individual measurement minus the mean value. In that way, delta A is nothing but A minus minus mean value. After that, what you will take? You will take the mode. By taking the mode, as I said, error will be always what? Will be always taken as positive value. So you will take, when you take the mode, you will get the positive value. So whatever the value you will get between what? Between the negative value and the positive value. That is called as our absolute error. Understood? So absolute error is nothing but difference in the magnitude of individual measurement and the true value. Okay, difference in the measurement of what? Individual measurement minus true value, then it is called as the absolute error. Next one is our relative error. Relative error is nothing but it's the ratio. It's the ratio of absolute error. It's the ratio of absolute error and the mean value. Ratio of absolute error and the mean value. So what we can write? Therefore, relative error is equals to absolute error by mean. Okay, relative error is equals to absolute error by mean value. Now, relative error is also called as fractional error. Okay, relative error is also called as fractional error. So what we can say that it all depends on the absolute error. If you are able to find the absolute error, with this one you will divide with the mean value and get the relative error. Okay. Next is our what? After relative error, next one is our percentage error. Percentage error, simply just multiply the relative error with the 100, you will get the percentage error. Third one is whatever? Percentage error. Percentage error. Percentage error is what? It is equal to, you can say, it's nothing but relative error into 100. Multiply with the 100. What is relative error? Our absolute error by mean value into 100. Okay, absolute error by mean value into 100 is our percentage error. Understood? So these are the three types of error we came to know what is the absolute error. Absolute error, what you will do, you just do the arithmetic mean. You will be taking several readings, several measurement, and you just do the mean. You will get a mean value. After that, what you will do, you just difference means what? You just subtract the mean value from the error value. Okay, what is the individual measurement? The individual measurement what you have taken, A1, A2 is there. First, whatever the individual measurement is there, you just difference. You make a subtraction of the individual measurement with the mean value, you will get the absolute error value. And once you get the absolute error value, what you will do? You can find the relative error. Absolute error by the mean value is called as a relative error. Then what is our percentage error? Percentage error means what you will do, just multiply the relative error with the 100, you will get the percentage error. I hope everyone understood these errors, these types of errors. Next class we will be going to learn about our combination of the errors. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.